Salvete y'all. So in this last little video here, we're just going to more deeply explain the logic behind how these sentences are put together grammatically using the sentence builder here. And we're going to be referring back to noun cases, verb tenses, verb voice, and the different functions here to try and help, keep simple and keep in mind just how Latin works, since it's fundamentally different from English. So you guys have already worked a good bit with this sentence builder, and we have talked about how these different verbs are formed and the different features of them. So let's look at a couple sentences here based off this sentence builder, and that you guys have probably had done a week ago from your faulty echo and delayed dictation activity on Edpuzzle. So the first sentence here was Rex crudelis non amator, which, when it's broken down, I'm going to have a color code here. Rex crudelis, your subjects or nominative verb nouns are going to be in red, and then your verbs are going to be in yellow. So Rex crudelis non amator. The cruel king is not loved. Okay. There doesn't need to be there is no direct object because it's a passive verb. We have the ter ending, meaning the subject is receiving whatever the action is, or in this case, not receiving it. So Rex crudelis non amator. This is just subject, passive verb, and that's it. Let's look at a little bit more complex of a sentence. Ille non amator a filia dea. We have ille, and this is, that guy is not loved by the daughter of the goddess. So let's look at how that works based off our sentence builder. So we have our subject, ille, that guy. Non amator is not loved. So very similar to Rex crudelis, non amator, the cruel king is not loved. But now we've added on a filia dei. And that's your ablative of agent ending right there. Is kind of the signal for you. That can mean away from, but it can also mean by, and in this case it does mean by. So that guy is not loved by the daughter, and that's ablative of the goddess. And dei is genitive because we're saying of the goddess, and that ae is that first declension ending. So this is what a more typical passive sentence will look like, because you still want to know typically who's doing the action, even if the subject is, even if the verb is passive. Okay, let's look at another one, a little bit more complex. Terra ipsa videbitur a sorore laeta. So we have terra ipsa, the earth itself, videbitur. This is future, bi, and then ter, passive. So will be seen a sorore laeta, by the happy sister. So look at that a little bit more grammatically. Terra ipsa is our subject. Videbitur, future passive verb, so it's happening to the subject. And then who's doing it? The happy sister, who is our ablative of agent, signaled by the a, followed by nouns in the ablative case. Okay. Third declension ablative singular ending is e. First declension ablative singular ending is the long a. And that's how that's working here. Hic parat deis vinum dulce. Now we see here, this guy is our subject. Parat is, you'll notice there's no UR, so it's an active verb. So we're saying this guy prepares. We have deis, so our dative, is ending. And actually, let me get to the color-coded version here to help out. Okay. So this is dative. Remember, dative, Dave likes to do things for people and give things to people. So that dative is means to or for the gods. He prepares. This guy prepares for the gods. What does he prepare? Vinum dulce. This is the accusative version of sweet wine. It's our direct object. Remember, you use accusative nouns when you have an active verb to know who's receiving the action. And since this verb is active, we know hic is the one doing the action. In this case, this guy prepares the sweet wine for the gods. Okay, and that's how that sentence would kind of go together. Keep in mind, our sentence builders kind of restrict us to an English word order, but in Latin you'd probably see this more likely as hic deis vinum dulce parat. You'll typically see the verb at the end there, because remember, word order doesn't matter, and that's why it's important to know the different endings. Vinum dulce is accusative. It's also a neuter noun. That's why you'll see this e here, because that is the neuter form of that adjective, meaning sweet. And you would know that from your, if you looked it up in a dictionary. It's the only way to know that. Or in your vocab list in this example. All right. So, And I believe that we don't have any more color-coded ones, but let's just kind of look back over this. Carcer malus parabitur deis a titanis. Oh, sorry about that. So, first off, without any help here, let's look. We got our subject, Carcer malus, the evil prison, the wicked prison. Parabitur. So we got para, we know it's some form of prepare. Be, we know it's in the future. Will prepare. Oh, nope. Tur, that's our passive ending. Parabitur, will be prepared. We have deis here. That's our dative ending. So to or for the gods, a titanis. So, and that is our ablative of agent going with this passive verb. So, carcer malus parabitur deis a titanis. The wicked prison will be prepared for the gods by the Titans. Yeah, and that's basically it. And this one was fun. This one was fun to do. This was more in an English word order, or a Latin word order. Hic hanc amat sed illa illum non amat. So, found our verbs here are amat. They're active. They're present. So we know this means loves. And then so here we have hic hanc amat. Looking at the sentence builder, you notice you got your hic in the nominative column and hanc in the accusative column. Hanc is these pronouns for this or that act kind of weird, follow their own set of rules, and we'll go into these different forms in the next unit. But just based off your sentence builder, you know hanc is accusative, so he loves her, or this guy loves this girl, but that girl does not love that guy. Over here you'll see illa, illum, amat. If you remember, mostly your accusatives are going to end with an M, so if they're singular. So ilum is your accusative, it's so it's masculine, so it's, it's that guy. Illa, that is our nominative singular ending, first declension. Illa, and typically feminine. Illa illum non amat. He does not, or she does not, that girl does not love that guy, or she does not love him. And that's basically how it works. I hope this helps a little clarify a couple things. If you have any questions, please let me know. Walete.